We got to talk about the Titans, man. We got to address this. Well, let me explain something. I got to address it because I'm sure other content creators done give their 2 cents about trading up and Cam Ward and all this other fugazi. All right, now understand something. It's been a year since I did a video like this. And what I mean by a video like this is what I like to call filler content. And I miss doing it because I miss y'all. Shout out to everybody who's happy to have me back. I see our comments, so I'm just happy I still care, man. It's been a year since I gave y'all consistent content. And for y'all to still rock with me, I'm blessed. I appreciate y'all. And I'm back to stay. And I'm also blessed to have my voice back. When that dentist butchered me, I wasn't sure if I would ever breathe right, talk right, smell right, taste right. I never even thought I'd be able to feel the left side of my face without pain again. It's been a rough 8 months, but at least I get to talk about my favorite team again. And as much as it pains me to have to rip my favorite team because I love them so much, everything I just said will be negated if we trade up for the first pick. I would delete the channel. I'm not talking Giants no more. If this team trades for the #1 overall pick, I can't do it. I love y'all. I really do. But if we didn't have the #1 overall pick going in to game 16, I shut up. The New York Football Giants was a home loss away from having the #1 pick because we were never beating the Eagles. We were never going to beat the Eagles. We were a home loss to the Colts away from locking in the #1 pick. We were a week away. They put us through the most miserable Giants season I could ever remember. Because here's the thing, Giants fans. When the year that Joe Judge did the QB sneaks, right? It wasn't that bad because Daniel Jones, he had beat the Eagles. We were competent that season. And then Daniel Jones got hurt. Remember, we were a game out of the wild card. We had tiebreakers over the Saints. The Giants were probably going to make the playoffs if Daniel Jones didn't get hurt that first year. So you can sit through a month of bad football. It is what it is. Jake Fromm, it's a month, whatever. Now, the first month of the Daniel Jones contract was the worst football I've ever seen in my life. To this day, I've never seen worse football played than what Daniel Jones played the first month of his new contract. Outside of the second half of Arizona, that was the worst 6 games I've ever watched by a starting quarterback. Okay? Now, the reason why I say last year was the most pathetic brand of football is because we were healthy. There was no excuses. You get where I'm going? Last year was the accumulation of an era. Saquon is setting records in Philly. Xavier McKinney's on his way to be the defensive player of the year. And our quarterback is shot. And we have to watch Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and all these guys look good, and we didn't get any of them. It's what could go wrong for us as Giants fans went wrong for us with the team and everything around the team. Giants fans, come in the comment section and tell me if I'm alone on this. We couldn't even watch other football because it made us think about what's wrong with us. I can't enjoy Jaden Daniels, a black quarterback. I know I love my black quarterbacks, even though they on the Eagles and the Redskins, I still root for them. I can't even enjoy this nigga because I feel like if we didn't sweep Washington with Tyrod Taylor and DeVito, we could have had him. I can't enjoy watching Drake make bums look good in New England because had we lost to Bill Belichick, thank you, Tommy DeVito, we would have had him. I can't enjoy Saquon Barkley running for touchdowns on a fantasy team, or I can't even make good sports bets on this nigga and be happy with the win because he's an Eagle and not a Giant. And I don't even like that nigga. Xavier McKinney, I never really had that much smoke with Xavier McKinney. He could have been better for us, but it is what it is. He's at Green Bay getting a pick every damn week. It's like I watch random Kansas City Chiefs games and somebody will just throw a shot at Joe Shane because of Hard Knocks. So it just, as a Giants fan, we couldn't escape the embarrassment. Whether it's Hard Knock clips, watching other teams with players we should have had, or watch players that we let go play. And don't even get me started on losing to the Panthers in Germany. When we lost to the Panthers, they were the worst team in football. This is before they went on a win streak. So it's just like, it was the worst season ever. And now, allow me to land this plane. Now that I've set the stage for you, this is why I would delete my channel if they trade that pick. You just put Giants fans through the most insufferable season of all time just to win the final home game of the season and blow the pick. The only thing that we had last year, Giants fans, was the #1 pick. That's all we had, and they took it from us. They snatched it away from us. We was like freaking, it's like Debo when he took that nigga chain. Man, my grandmama gave me that chain. They took the chain, bro. Why they gotta do that? They took everything from us. And for them to be even entertaining the Tennessee Titans, who it's been reported, want at least 3 first-round picks and a good player. They didn't just say any player. They want a starter and 3 first-round picks. That's the floor. For them to trade 3 first-round picks, probably a third or a fourth, because you know how the NFL is. They just throw third and fourths in every damn thing. So it'd be like 5 picks and a starter to get a pick that we should have just had because we were that bad in the first place. I couldn't root for the team anymore. Never mind that I'm not a Cam Ward fan. And you know, my family, my dad and my sister, they live in Miami. They seen Cam Ward played a couple times. They like Cam Ward. But my thing with Cam Ward is, I'm going to do a video on this later, so I'm not going to dive too deep into it. But all I'm going to say about Cam Ward is this. When the best thing about you is potential, I don't want you. Remember, the best thing about Shador is he does everything right. He just doesn't have a ceiling. He has no potential, but he does everything right. All right? Cam Ward he's not that good, but his potential is through the roof. Can you give me the guy that does everything good and worry about potential later, rather than give me the guy that's nothing but potential and doesn't have a floor and could be a bum? If my floor is Kirk Cousins, I'll take it. If my floor is Trey Lance, I don't want no parts. Everything about Cam Ward reminds me of Trey Lance. It just reminds me of Trey Lance. Remember how Trey Lance, it was just, he's got all this potential and he could do this and he could do that. He's going to be Patrick Mahomes with more mobility and all this other shit. He didn't pan out. Guess who took his job? The guy who was drafted last in the draft, who probably got Kirk Cousins comparisons because he's a white boy. So I was like, yo, just give me Shador Sanders, who we can all agree is the best thrower of the football in the draft. All right, I'm sorry. I can't, bro. If we trade away our future to move up for a draft pick that we should have just had we lost to the Colts, I couldn't stomach it. Last year was the worst season in Giants history. I already laid out to y'all why it was the worst season in Giants history. Like Giants, we became a meme. It wasn't like we've had bad seasons where we sucked. We're used to that as Giants fans. It's another thing for damn it. We're watching the playoffs and all everybody's talking about is Saquon Barkley. So we get laughed at because Jaden Daniels and Saquon Barkley are playing in the NFC title game. You couldn't go a day without seeing a Hard Knocks clip about Joe Shane. Whether it was him talking to the media guy about not giving Saquon another contract and telling John Mara we're not bringing him back, or his son talking about trading up for Jaden Daniels. We couldn't escape Hard Knock clips the entirety of the playoffs. Shout out to the Lakers for trading for Luka Doncic, because if I had to sit through 2 weeks of Giants slander, I would have went nuts. But the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic, and the whole 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl was talking about basketball. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We can't trade up for that pick. You cannot trade up for a pick that you should have had. I can't justify. I don't think anybody watching this video, even if you one of my trolls, because it seems like Washington fans and you little pigeon fans, Cowboy fans, y'all don't really mess with me like that. Y'all know better. I smoked y'all on a couple of my other channels in the past. Y'all know not to mess with me. But you other fan bases want to troll me, and I think even they would agree that trading up for a pick that you should have had is a fireable offense. We might have to get you JFK'd. I'm sorry. No. But I ain't got nothing else to say on this matter. 3 first-round picks and a starter is the floor. Hang up the phone. Hell, the 3rd pick of the draft itself is worth 3 first-round picks. I'm just keeping it a beam with you. But it is what it is. That's it, that's all. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, drop the FUs in the comments if you rockin' with me. My name is FiskVicious, and I approve this message.